Hello, this presentation is for healthy work. The vendor's name is Ottlite Technologies, Ottlite, Ottlite Technologies, and they bring us 4 feature-rich task lamps, I'll get it. They're packed with high-tech features like wireless charging, touch dimming, flex necks, clocks, calendars, and USB ports. There are 4 different models that Ernest will show you shortly. Right at your desktop, you can have visible light disinfection technology. The reason we chose this lamps is because they are sanitizing lamps. They sanitize the space around the area that they're in. The visible light disinfection technology is like what they use in hospital sterilization and food production. The results are a significant reduction in levels of contamination. It's called SpectraClean technology, which breaks down the harmful microorganism, including bacteria, fungus, mold, at the cellular level and makes them unable to reproduce and infect. SpectraClean resides outside the UV spectrum, and it won't damage non-harmful plants and animal cells or degrade inanimate materials. Ottlite Technology ships out of Kansas City, Missouri, and the 4 different lamps sell between $49 and $79. And Ernest is going to show them to you now.
Hi everybody, Ernest here with Relax the Back, and we have the Ottlites that Patty was just talking about. We got all 4 of the models, and this is called the Emerge here. We have the Thrive, the Purify, and the Enhance. Now, this is some pretty interesting and new, exciting technology at an actually extremely reasonable price, which I'd like to add that I think in the past, we've had a little pushback from the field on some of our lights that were more expensive, that we felt like we had a hard time selling those. These should be easy. And while this is not where you're going to make your bread and butter, these are great ways to add and improve somebody's healthy work environment. I could go on and add that this would be a part of healthy mind and healthy body as well as we navigate Live Wellness in 2021. So all lights work with a touch feature. So as you'll see here, 1 touch, 2, 3 levels of brightness, 4 cycles through, shuts it off. What we also have when it's on, if I press and hold or touch and hold, I don't know that you can tell well, but I've activated the sanitizing feature with the light. So the sanitizing feature is on, that's brightness 2, brightness 3, cycles off. When I turn it back on, it comes back on with the sanitizing feature on that you left it with. If I touch and hold again, it's going to go to, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Please forgive me. It was all sanitization. This is the sanitization light mixture. You can see a greater brightness here than it was just a moment ago. So again, still cycles through all 3. So let me just say that again for clarity. So I'm going to turn on the light. This is light plus sanitization. I'm going to turn just the light, 3 brightnesses. I'm going to go to just sanitation, also with varying intensities. And then if I press and hold again, or touch and hold again, I get my light and sanitization feature. All of them come as outlets with USB ports. So if I wanted to plug in a USB, I could charge my phone. You can see that in the image here. We've got the charging pad built in, which is indicated by the little light here that flashes once it's connected. And I didn't have to do any training or setting up, no added apps to do this. I just took this iPhone, set it on there, and it starts charging as indicated by the flashing light there at the bottom. So the nice thing about this is that it's LED, so it doesn't put off a lot of heat. Secondly, now I'm going to get this focused lighted environment. Let me turn on these here as well. As I have this focused lit environment, what it means is I can decrease ambient lighting. So now I decrease energy output as a whole, and then I get focused lighting on what I need. By having a more focused lighting environment, I have less eye strain as my eyes don't have to constantly adjust to a varying broader light environment, light atmosphere. So by decreasing eye strain, I typically also get decreased in neck pain and shoulder pain, because as our eye strain, we tend to lean forward, get into the work more as we're trying to see, and stop instead of stopping and making the light brighter, getting a better visual field. I'll tell you that this is going to be especially more important for your clients that are 40 and over, because that's when presbyopia sets in. Just means elder, comes from a word that means elder eyes. As we age, we lose our ability to not only accommodate, to accommodate, but also to converge. Those are two terms from the eye industry. So accommodate is bringing distance objects into view. Converge is bringing things that are smaller, harder to see, like reading a book. Our eyes tend to converge. Those abilities decrease as we age. So lighting becomes more critical. Also, the cornea yellows over time. Slightly, you don't see yellow, but it yellows over time. And as a result, less light gets through the cornea. So we need brighter lights to see more clearly. So we've got these 4 different lights. Now, with the sanitizing, what we're able to do, that's light only, that's sanitize only. I'm going to turn them all to sanitize. And you have these light indicators that help us to know what it is that it's doing for us. So this is all sanitize. Let's turn this one to sanitize. That's light. There's sanitize. So the nice feature is, 1, you can sanitize as you go, or 2, you could leave this on as someone leaves their office space, and in the morning, we have a way to sanitize. Now, if you think about the office input devices, namely mouse and keyboard, how many people actually clean their mouse and keyboard? Some of you have done home deliveries. How many times you've gone in, the mouse pad was pretty grimy and the mouse itself was rubbed clean of any of the markings that were original there, and all kinds of markings and dust and dirt all inside the keyboard tray. So 1, getting an air can to clean that out is helpful. 2, you could wipe it down, but nothing ever sanitized. You can't fully immerse those tools and wash them in hot water and soap that breaks surface tension and give it high heat in your dishwasher to sanitize. Instead, this is what we're going to get to help reduce the spread of germs, which are largely right here on our hands because we touch so many things. So at a great price, from $49 to $79, we got this opportunity not only to decrease eye strain by 51%, but also improve the sanitized field that we work in. Not suggesting that you have to have a sterile work environment, because there's some bacteria that helps our immune systems work better, but that we have a chance to actually clean the environment. So this could be, as you see, this could be my monitor as I'm close to it. Certainly any surfaces. It could include my cell phone, similar to phone soap, or any other things, keys that I left on the table, or pins. Anything that's under this light now is going to get that sanitizing power out of the Ottlites. So we got Ottlites here. We have, again, the Emerge. We have, this is our tallest model. We have the Thrive, which is our smallest model, the Purify, and the Enhance. I would also ask that you consider this not only in the office, but this could sit at someone's bedside table as also lighting at night for people that wanted to read, or early morning. And they could have, instead of bright light, you could have something that was more dim to start the day. I'm going to turn off the sanitize to go right to the light. So that's my lowest level light. Let me turn this off just to give you a feel. There we go. So we just have this gentle light. Or again, I could sanitize as I leave for my office. Anything on my desk that I want to sanitize, I can add that feature, leave it on low or high or medium for that matter, and get some sanitizing not only in the office but in the home. So let me turn this back over to Patty for our summary.